Next up was Michael Lynche, and he decided to sing This Love by Maroon 5, and this guy is a fun performer. I like him. Here's the thing with me, he reminds me a lot of Robert Rudolph and the Family Band. I would love for him to sing a little bit, you know, if you ever heard the song, I think that would be perfect for him. With this song, I think he sang it well. He was fun. The only problem for me was that it could get a little nasal in here. You know, it was like he wasn't really singing full out. I think he was holding it in his nose. That was the only thing that was preventing me from really loving this. I thought he sang it alright, but I know he can sing a lot better than what he showed in This Love. But at least he had fun with it, and I enjoyed watching him. Next up was Alex Lambert, looking like the lost Beatle. He decided to sing What a Wonderful World by James Morrison. I may be in the minority with this, but I don't care. I love Alex's voice. It's a great recording voice. He actually sounds kind of like James Morrison. Granted, yes, he was nervous and, you know, he was kind of shaky, but despite the shakiness, his vocal was really good. It was a great song choice for him. My only issue was he was so nervous and he was uncomfortable to watch. Alright, that was my only problem with him. You know, I know people are going to hate on him, but I like it, Alex. And I feel like you have to let your inner JPL out. Because you're awkward. That's your shtick. Be comfortable with being awkward, because that's what really got JPL popular. So I think that if he does that, I think that he will probably hit the top 12. And I know he's probably going to be hated on, but you know what? I really love this dude's sound. Next up is Casey James, Kara's Boy Toy, whatever. So Casey decided to sing one of my favorite songs, Bryan Adams' Heaven. I absolutely love this song, and man, I was almost regretting that Casey was singing it, because he was singing it to Kara of all people. But you know what? That intimacy really worked. I thought he brought a great intimacy, a great emotion to the song. He did a country-fied version of it, and even though his guitar playing wasn't perfect, there were a bit of a flat notes because he was playing the wrong chord. For me, I didn't like some of the chords he was playing, but in essence, his voice was wonderful tonight. It was one of the best that I've heard of him, and even though he wasn't reaching for the note, I think if he warmed up his voice a little bit more, I think he can actually reach those notes, because he was flat just a little bit in the chorus, but he really did a bang-up job. Rounding out the night was Mr. Andrew Garcia, a.k.a. Mr. YouTube Superstar, b.k.a. the American Idol Top 2 contestant. Yeah, I said it. I'm bold enough to say it. So, of all song choices, he had to pick Fall Out Boy, Sugar We're Going Down. Now, I think that's a terrible song. I hate the song. However, to give him credit, like he did with Paula, I think he made the song better, in my personal opinion. I disagree with the judges so much. But, you know, I think they're trying to be nice to him, you know, not pimp him so much. It's kind of obvious. But I really dug his rendition. I think he was one of the best vocals of the night. Even though I really don't like the song, I really do think that he was one of the better vocals tonight. And I kind of agree with the judges that he kind of needs to open up more, because I kind of saw him in YouTube filming mode, you know, which is fine for me, you know. I want to be bigger in his position and perform out more, but I have YouTube, so, you know, I gotta stay here. But for him, I think he needs to really start opening up. Because he's so used to performing in here, I think he needs to perform out here a little bit more. Here's my top 12 rankings. Number 1 for me, of course, it's going to be Andrew Garcia. If you could make me semi-like a Fall Out Boy song, you got my props. You really got my props. Even though it wasn't his best, I enjoyed it. So, number 2 is Joe Munoz. I think he was an all-around great singer and also a good performer as well, you know. He's well-rounded, and he wasn't one of the ones that were nervous, you know, because there was a lot of nervousness, but he really seemed confident. I liked seeing that. So that's why he's number 2. Number 3 is going to cause controversy because this is just based on vocals alone. I have to put Alex Lambert there. I really dig this guy's sound. It's unique, and it's a voice that I dig. If he can really step up the performance big time, he can do big things in the top 12. But I also know he's going to have a lot and lots of hate. But I really like the dude's sound. Alright? So number 4 for me was Casey. Even though I don't like him, I gotta admit, he did a good job with Heaven. Number 5 was Aaron. Number 6 this was a tough one. It was between Lee and John, but I slightly put Lee ahead because I personally dig his style more than I do John's, but they're both good potential favorites of mine. Number 7 is John. Number 8 is Big Mike. Again, it's fun, but the nasal thing. Number 9, Todrick. I did not like the arrangement. I do love his voice, but I just can dig that arrangement. And then my bottom 3, Mr. Jermaine Sellers, Tyler Grady, and Tim Urban in that order. Tim is definitely a lock to go home. However, with the second person, I don't feel it's going to be Tyler because of the fact that he has something interesting in Idol. He's a character in Idol, and I think they want to keep him around a couple of weeks. I also don't think it's going to be Jermaine Sellers because, you know, everyone saw him as a front runner, and they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But if he doesn't step it up next week, he's definitely going home next week. I honestly feel it's going to either be John Park or Todrick Hall that's going to be eliminated. And that's a damn shame because I think both of them are excellent vocalists. And they just picked wrong song choice, but it's not the time to be doing that. So I hope that I'm wrong in saying that John Park and Todrick Hall will be eliminated. I really hope I'm wrong, but I just had that gut feeling that that's going to be a shocker. So we'll see if I'm right in the results show. So until next time, guys. Love, peace, and chicken grease.